I might be standing in front of you as a 48-year-old white guy, straight white guy, but in my heart, I'm a little black girl.
Free Talk Live. Listening to WIBC FM. Hello, Larry.
You know what? I want to talk about racism, but you're talking about a civil war, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Here's the problem
believe in it, but there are a lot of people seem to.
I don't believe in a civil war either, because all they're going to say is they say, look, all you people out there, you want your civil war, right? Then we're going to cut your internet off right now, and we're not going to cut it off until you come and surrender. They'll buckle their knees. They'll be in there begging to get their internet back on. There's not going to be any kind of civil war. But anyway,
I think
that's a strong argument.
Larry's right.
They'll buckle their knees. But the problem I have with racism, how it's being expropriated. Here in the state of Indiana, the LGBTQ community is trying to expropriate blackness, the colored people who have really suffered, to get their point across and get some kind of extra protected class.
Okay, I don't understand what you mean. When you say the LGBTQ community in Indianapolis is expropriating blackness, can you give me an example of what that means?
Here's what I mean. This group of gay LGBT people, or whatever they are mostly white middle-class people, right?
I'll take your word for it.
They're already white.
I've seen plenty of gay black dudes.
White. Yeah, well,
I think gays are just generally like a certain percentage of the... Larry, I think gays are generally a certain percentage of the population. I don't think that they're any more or less prevalent among whites or blacks.
But if that is true, Ian, then the majority of them are white.
Sure.
Here's my problem. I'm over at the State House. Most of the people that testified, the LGBT community, were white. And then the black pastors start getting up. The black politicians start coming along, talking as if these people, so-called classified minority, had went through the civil rights movement with us. That's what they acted like.
They had their own kind of civil rights movement. I mean, it was different, certainly.
Yeah, but they don't need to get black people involved in it, because they have not paid the price, and they have not earned any extra statutory enactments, because they are one way or another.
Well, in some places they have.
Before the law.
In some places, well, Larry, in some places, LGBTQ, trans, that kind of thing, they've gotten, I guess that's the T, but they've gotten acknowledgement in the law in non-discriminatory or anti-discrimination statutes.
It's still wrong, because when you're classifying people and you coming before the justice bar, and it's insidious, because you're telling me that I'm not as worth as much as he is. I was
Who's
over
telling
the
you
State
that?
House when this was going on. They're telling me that if somebody goes in and kills me, then the judge won't even be able to consider any extra sentencing on me.
Are you talking about hate crimes?
Hate crimes legislation.
So they have hate crimes in Indiana?
They're trying to pass it through our legislature now.
Okay. Do you feel like somebody should, Larry, do you feel like somebody should get an extra punishment because they don't like you as they're trying to murder you?
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
You got to have hate. No, but you have to have hate. I don't care where you come across it. It's got to be a part of our equation. We just have to learn to deal with it on an equal basis. When you start picking out different groups and saying you're GLBT or you're gay, well, how you prove you're gay? That's what I'm asking too.
Normally you just claim it. I mean, there are some things you could do. We can't really talk about it on the radio, though. Thank you for the call tonight. The toll-free number here is 855-450.
Larry's right. You cannot prove whether or not somebody is gay.
No, that's true. You can't prove it, but there are some acts that person could commit that would lend serious credence to the claim.
But if you accept the sort of modern PC definition of what is gay or what is straight, it's all happens in your head. What is, whether you're male or female, all happening in your head. I might be standing in front of you as a 48-year-old white guy, straight white guy, but in my heart, I'm a little black girl, right? Like it's just nuts at this point. Like there's no reality in the world anymore.
Yeah.
So I think Larry's absolutely correct that, hey, this gets very difficult. I'm with you. I don't think hate crimes should be a thing. That murder is murder, robbery is robbery, assault, aggravated assault is aggravated assault.
Clear if
that's
exactly
what I think what he was saying.
It could have been what he was saying, but it sounded like he was frustrated by the government treating people differently. And while I may not necessarily be on the exact same page as him, I do agree that the government, well, first of all, I don't think they should exist. Coercive government shouldn't exist at all. But if they're going to, then they ought to treat people the same. I think that's true. And I don't think that anybody should be prohibited from discriminating against people. I mean, I think tolerance is a good idea. I think allowing other people to live their lives in whatever way they want to is a good idea. Because
I think it takes a very small person to assume something about somebody because of these whatever these things are. What are you going to assume about me because I just said that I was a straight white male? What are your presumptions about me? And whatever they are, they may be true, they may be false, because all you're doing is looking at statistics.
Right. And that's what something.
By the way, I don't consider myself white.
Yeah.
I've decided that race is not of particular value to me. I think the people that yammer on about race they're just boring.
Those are the people that tend to look at statistics, right? They want to find statistics that back up their racist beliefs. It's
all about the statistics at that point.
The toll-free number, it ignores the individual. It ignores the person.
And for me, I'm all about the individual. I care about the individual's acts, the individual's what they've done, and so the race is meaningless to me.
Dashi, anything else you want to share with us tonight? Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. I heard the guy Larry earlier.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how, I think what he was trying to say, because he didn't say it right, but basically what I'm gathering, right, because I have an issue with this. I don't, people are free to do whatever they want to. If you want to be gay, that's your right.
Sure.
And if you don't want to be, I don't believe in this whole gay agenda where my kids have to learn about it until I'm ready to teach them about it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that should be the parents' choice. But more to the point, what I found, at least in the Northeast area, and I found that they liken the plight of the LGBT community to that of slavery. And I don't think that's fair or right.
It's nowhere near as but
they put in it. They're like I guess they're saying like because I'm gay we're brothers. No, you're gay because you're gay. Like we didn't go through the same thing.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah. Having an issue over what bathroom you have to use is not the same as having a taskmaster cracking a whip over your back, right?
Yeah.
From horseback.
I like if you want to do your gay rights and you want to march and do it on your own accord. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. That's
Dashi,
fine.
thank you for the call tonight, man. I do appreciate hearing from you, and thanks for sharing your thoughts with us. The toll-free number here is 855-450-FREE. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, there's no doubt that it hasn't been easy to be gay and to come out of the closet for many of those people. I mean, I don't want to take away from those that have been beaten, for instance, right? Like within inches of their lives or possibly even killed. I mean, so there are some people who have faced some pretty severe consequences for being gay. But I mean, overall, as a group, nowhere near as oppressed as blacks were in the past in the United States. 855-450-FREE. Oh my God, I can't get my cake made. It's Free Talk Live.
Free Talk Live. Listen live 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern or grab the podcast. It's all at freetalklive.com.